The Suns come into a Western Conference contest in this game. 2K Sports brings you Friday night NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. On the sideline tonight, Doris Burke. We've got a chance now for our starting lineups from point guard to center. This game should be a good one. And guys, taking a look here at Emeka Okafor, what do you think we'll see from him?
Well, he's someone who can just demolish you on the glass, and that's really his goal when he goes into the game. He is looking to dominate the paint.
The story here, Derek favors Clark injured. Now let's send it down to Doris Burke, who is able to talk with Z.
Well, thanks, Kev. Before he went to check into the game, he told me that Coach pulled him aside and wanted him to take over the game by hitting a few shots and getting on a hot streak, something we know he's capable of. We'll see if he can fulfill what his coach wants, guys.
Great. Thanks for the report, Doris.
Well, at this point, you're showing a lot of trust in a young player when you ask him to come off the bench and take over like that.
It's hard to ask any player to do that, Steve, but you have to believe that he might be capable. Not a lot of players can get hot in a short period of time, but he looks to be one of those players.
Rush gets the bucket.
Well, and Jeremy Evans, the 2012 Slam Dunk champ, he may have come up short in the Slam Dunk contest last year, but boy, did he put on the show. Dunked over a work of art that depicted him dunking. Very meta.
Feeds to Bledsoe. Here's Morris. No good from outside.
How it happens. He's wide open, but just couldn't get it to go.
Now Rush. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Chicago.
And he gave him great effort defensively as well, including a couple of blocked shots.
Here's Evans. And unable there to get the go-ahead bucket.
He's always going to have a difficult time finishing when the defense is in his face like that.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game. Newman. Bledsoe for three, and he gets it to go. Bledsoe's got 5. 19 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Here's Rush. He's covered by Bledsoe. Jefferson with it. An 11-point game for him in the win against Chicago.
He got some huge points from the foul line, too, Kevin. He was very aggressive, generating contact and drawing fouls. How about that for a response?
We'll say they can give the three as well as they can take the three.
And so far, it's been a closely contested game as we get the second quarter up and going. And guys, from what we've been watching with the Jazz, what are you guys seeing out there?
And the key is you look at the steal totals for this team. They have really put good pressure on the offense.
Well, you know what? Pressure can lead to pilfers, and pilfers can lead to points. So we've got the 3 Ps: pressure, pilfers, points. Get it done.
And Phoenix looking who they've got on the floor. Newman in at point guard. Markieff Morris is out there with Green. Then it's Okafor.
Well, you know, the Suns dropped from being a team that could fight for a playoff spot to the cellar of the West last season, and much of that you could attribute to how much they struggled on the road.
Burke with the screen for Burks. Stripped it away. To the paint, Burks with the steal. No good. Excellent D there from Okafor. Well, the Suns did have a lot of trouble on the road, as you were saying, Clark. Only managed to win 8 games as the visiting team, Steve, the entire season.
Checking in for the Suns, Leandro Barbosa. Substitution on the court.
104 left in the first half. Bledsoe passes to Newman. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Jefferson dishes to Lucas. There's the feed to Clark. And the shot is good. The Phoenix lead has been cut down to just 6 points with the basket from Lucas.
Really aggressive play, taking it to the rim against the big man.
Tell you what, I love that fearless attitude.
Here's Newman. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
Boy, after having a tough time in the first, he's managed to turn it around nicely this quarter.
Cantor checked in for Utah. Suns have gone 0 for 1 at the line. This is their second trip to the line tonight.
Well, they've been a relatively poor free throw shooting team, about 72% as a unit.
You know, the numbers from the line, guys, are close to where they were last year, but just a tad worse, so not too bad.
Clark, some serious agility coming out of the backcourt.
You know, that bucket might count for a little more than 2 points when he finishes with that kind of flourish.
Yeah, against a D that was already reeling a little bit. That was like a body blow.
Lucas kicks to Rush. Got a piece of it. It's Jefferson with the drive. Lock at 6 to the wing right side. Lets it go with a 3. Rush's shot is off. Fry with the ball. Here's Newman. That's good. Z's got 9 points. And we've reached halftime in this one. Suns lead by 13. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Well, I'm alongside Coach Tyrone Corbin. And, Coach, a lot of ground to make up in this second half. What kind of attitude do you need to come out with in the third quarter to give yourselves a chance?
Well, there's no quitting us. We're going to continue to fight, but we got to be a little smart about what we're trying to do. We got to wait for winning our offense. Make sure we execute every time down.
Coach, thank you for the time. Guys, we'll see if they can execute.
Okay, Doris, thanks. And we'll have the start of the third quarter for you shortly. But first, the halftime show.
Now, presented by Sprint.
Damon Bruce here with you for the halftime show. Phoenix with the lead against the Jazz at Energy Solutions Arena. They've done a fantastic job pushing the break and the tempo, easy buckets in transition. Getting it done early, Z. He's up to 9 points and has been looking really good in terms of shot selection, shooting it well from the field. And for the Jazz, they've been struggling a bit. Hard to find a lot to like about their performance so far. They'll need to pay much better attention in the second half to the details. The details. And that's all we got for you here in the studio. Time to send you back out to Kevin, Steve, Clark, and Doris for the start of the second half.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
And a look at the skyline of Salt Lake City.
Wayne Newman.
The Phoenix Suns come into this one after the win against the Trailblazers. Works the off guard with Hayward at the 3. Enes Kanter is out there with Jefferson. And it's Berg in at the 1 spot. That's the group right now for Utah. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to Doris Burke for an update. Hi, Doris.
Well, Z in the last matchup against the Trailblazers delivered quite the performance. He dropped in 17 points and rounded out a solid overall game, playing lockdown defense and finding open teammates. He left his imprint on the game as he took over, seemingly doing whatever he wanted to do. Can he do it again, Kevin?
Appreciate it, Doris. Thanks. Well, we've seen a lot of great players have a lot of great games, but that Clark was something special.
Kevin, it really was. I mean, they threw everything but the kitchen sink at him, and nothing slowed him down.
Let's just say he was really good.
While never a lock for the playoffs, the Jazz were in the driver's seat for a playoff spot up until the All-Star break last season. However, after the second half kicked up again, they just couldn't beat the teams they needed to and lost a lot of ground, letting the Lakers back in the hunt.
He feeds it to Morris. It's stolen by Jefferson. Now here's Burke, defended by Newman. Of course, the Lakers would eventually pass them up during the final days to snag a playoff spot, but Steve, as you said, it was just a poor run of games for the Jazz right after the All-Star break that did him in.
Well, it would have been nice for this young core to gain some valuable playoff experience, but they did pick up a couple of first-round draft picks. They continue to add talent to this deep roster, and I would think it's just a matter of time before they're back in the playoffs again.
Phenomenal alley-oop slam right there, guys.
They're taking advantage, Clark, of a team that looks lost out there.
Yeah, this is threatening to get kind of ugly out here.
with some arc, and Okafor with the block.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but in the rebounding department too, Clark.
Yeah, it's been a really gritty performance. They'll have some bruises to show for it, but that's the way it should be. You should feel that you've competed when you do that work inside. D there, guys, was pretty much non-existent. I mean, you can't leave a good shooter like that open.
Here's Burke, and Okafor with the block. Second chance shot. Here's Newman, covered by Burke. Newman, the pass to Morris. Dishes to Okafor. Good ball movement here by the Suns. Here's Newman. 9 points in the game so far, and it's blocked by Kendrick. Burke with it, now guarded by Newman. Now here's Burke. Defense is right there. And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot two. And the nation of intimidation right in front of us here, guys, on this overlay. Let's take a moment here for the career leaders in blocks per game, some giants of the NBA.
Well, that's what you'd expect, right? Mark Eaton, 7'4", Manute Bol, 7'7". I mean, those are specialists right there. And then you have more all-around big guys like Hakeem Olajuwon, David Robinson. And I'll tell you what, if you're averaging around 3 blocks a game, well, that's top tier.
Channing Frye's checked in for the Suns. P.J. Tucker comes in for Gerald Green. And that's out of bounds. Phoenix will retain possession. Goodwin's checked in for the Suns. 1:30 left in the third quarter of the game. Morris, no good.
You know, you look at the Morris twins, Marcus and Markieff, both played at Kansas, very close to each other. They had to tough it out for about a year and a half on different teams, but now they're reunited in Phoenix. And it'll be interesting to see how that plays out. Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at either end, steals, fast break buckets, and the other team scrambling to find its game.
Yeah, they've done a great job causing havoc and then taking advantage in transition offensively.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Yes, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Jeff Hornacek as he addressed his team. It's their lack of points in transition that has him mainly concerned. They need to be pushing instead, creating more opportunities for easy points in the fast break. Those are likely not the last adjustments they make today, guys. There's still time left in this one. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks again, Doris. 59 seconds left in the third. Well, you look at the Morris twins, Markieff about an inch taller, but thus far in their careers, their numbers are pretty similar so far.
Yeah, both of them natural power forwards with some outside shooting ability, so they can kind of fill that modern floor spacing four-man role.
6 to shoot. The Jazz again can't hit it.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady work they've been doing on the interior, no question. And that's, I think, the main reason they have this lead. Oh, man, they are just putting the hammer down right now.
Defensively and offensively. It has all been working for them today.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And there's a whistle. That goes on Z. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus. We'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Boy, perfect half at the free throw line for them. That'll help their comeback effort for real.
Yeah, that's keeping them close. It's going to take a full effort here in the second half, but they've got to continue to knock down these free throws.
Here's what Phoenix has got going on right now. Emeka Okafor is checked in for Frye. Green comes in for P.J. Tucker. Eric Bledsoe is subbed in for Goodwin.
Boy, that's a warm-up jumper there. I mean, when you're a pro, you can't make excuses for missing that one.
Bledsoe for 3. Can't get it to go. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Phoenix ahead, up by 16. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Energy Solutions Arena in Salt Lake City. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Well, we might as well call it the State Farm play of the game. This was just a marvelous piece of coordination between 2 teammates, completely in sync on the alley-oop.
And so here's Phoenix on the court now for the Suns, getting going here in the fourth. Newman, he's in at point guard. Green is out there with Markieff Morris. Then there's Bledsoe, and it's Okafor in at the 5. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Well, you allow them to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, I think you got to foul them, and free throws are better than the layups. You know, it's no secret around the league, guys, that the Suns either have one of the best medical staffs in the game or they've built their practice facility by the fountain of youth. More evidence of that came when Jermaine O'Neal found new tread on his well-worn tires.
The pass to Burke. He kicks it to Burks. Phoenix grabs the miss. Okafor's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Picked by Okafor. Newman, the pass to Okafor. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. And the Suns lead by 20. Well, Clark, as you said, a lot of the players that left the Suns last season, such as Steve Nash and Grant Hill, had trouble keeping their health up. And, Steve, I don't know, you've been in that organization. Whatever they are doing that are keeping those players healthy and in top shape has been working. They are admirable in the way they have led that cause.
Well, it's a tremendous training staff. They've just always done a very good job of keeping their guys healthy by getting them in the training room every day for work, by combining the strength program with the training schedule. But a lot of confidence in that staff from the players, and I think it really showed. So I'm not necessarily a big fan of him shooting that shot, but they did give him the space.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Yes, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Jeff Hornacek as he addressed his team. Their fast break offense has been lacking, in his opinion, and he let his players know about it. Look for them to really start pushing the basketball. He told them also they should be swarming to the basket at the offensive end. He wants a lot of bodies inside. Guys, we'll see how Coach's direction pays off as this one winds down. Kevin?
Thank you, Doris. Now, here's Cantor, covered by Okafor. It's stolen by Green. He lobs it up, deflects the pass, and so it looks like the Suns will retain possession here.
Boy, that pass was in the air a long time.
Long enough for him to get a finger on it anyway and send it out of bounds.
Barbosa with it, and Burks picks him up defensively. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
I really like the way he settled down here after that sloppy first half. Doing a much better job taking care of the ball.
Here's Burke. Count it from 12. Burke's got 11 in the second half.
You know, he was smart to draw his man out to the perimeter. He's giving up too much size to be effective inside.
Agreed. As long as he picks his spots, his outside shot will be hard to block, no matter who's on it. Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Yeah, that's 5 of their last 6 baskets inside the lane. They have really established themselves inside.
Jazz trail by 20. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. And the Jazz, another 3.
Something's starting to click for this team, guys. You can feel it. The three-pointers are dropping. Their offense is flowing.
They've had a great second half from long range.
Here's Newman. He's covered by Burke. Newman, the pass to Okafor. Great D that time from Enes Kanter. Stolen away. Kicks it to Green. Now the dish to Okafor. He drains the quick shot. Okafor's got 4 this quarter. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Suns.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ballgame.
You also can't overlook how well they defended the rim, as they've challenged virtually every shot in the paint.
He's really lacking in confidence out there. 0 field goals made so far in this game.
They set the pick. Kicks it out to Barbosa. The shot, 6 to shoot, and it's Phoenix scoring again. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Burke kicks to Burks, pass to Thomas. Now here's Burks. Passes it to Hayward. Shot clock at 6. Kanter dishes to Hayward. Here's Burke, rejected by Newman, but they recover it. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. A big group substitution here for Phoenix. Phoenix leading by 21. To the middle. Here's Len. Rush grabs the miss. So for the Jazz, their last game, a win against the Bulls. For 3. And that one's good.
A little confusion defensively.
Yeah, you know what? He sent the D a little message with that 3.
The Suns have gone 5 of 8 shooting as we've come down the home stretch in this final quarter. The pass to Newman. Here's Christmas. He's covered by Garrett. Newman, the pass to Len. Stolen by Evans. And there's a whistle. That goes on Z. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
And so here we go, just rolling along to the finish line in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Suns.
The blocking really turned things into their favor this time.
Well, Kevin, timing and anticipation, they got the blocks, and that definitely changed the momentum in this one.
And an important milestone for them tonight as they pick up win number 10.
And you have to look back at this and see what a huge game it's been for Z. And a big part of their success was his ability to keep the ball moving and finding guys when they would flash open.
Feeds it to Rush. 3-pointer. That's good. Rush has got a pair of threes here in the 4th quarter for Utah.
Well, he's got that quick trigger, a very quick trigger on a shot, and doesn't hesitate to pull up as soon as he gets his hands on the ball. He's a very aggressive player.
Well, defensive pressure is always going to be at its weakest in that instant when the pass gets there. So having a good feel for the catch and shoot serves him well.
Such a wide open look. And the Suns lead by 20.
Well, if it wasn't already out of reach, it is now thanks to this spurt.
Just keep on firing, man. No reason to slow down now.
Utah has gone 4-6 from beyond the arc in the 4th quarter so far. And Garrett kicks to Thomas. He dishes it to Garrett. Jazz passing it around. Here's Rush. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
You know, if this had come earlier, they might have been able to get back into it.
Yeah, but as it is, too little, too late. Every year it seems some player has unfortunate experience of seeing their whole season gone before it even gets started. And that happened for Brandon Rush last year, who tore his ACL in just the 2nd game of the season.
And there's the feed to Morris. Here's Newman. He's guarded by Garrett. Just 5 on the clock. Newman, the pass to Morris. Another shot. Christmas with the bucket.
Boy, you relish these sorts of road games where you come in and you get the job done.
In a long schedule with the kinds of pressure of travel and tough opponents throughout the season, it's always good when you play a game like they have here.
So it's the Suns winning easily here. They put on a show tonight, thoroughly controlling each end of the floor.
Hey, what more can you ask?
And that'll do it for Clark Kellogg, Steve.
You got on a real roll out there at one point, and your teammates have been raving about your performance. What happened?
Man, I've been held back for way too long, and it was time for me to bust out. So I did, in a big way. That's the type of player I am. And I'm glad you all got to see it, man. I'm about to take the league by storm. This was simply an introduction.
Hey, good game. I mean, really, good game.
Thank you.
Hey, you were on a roll out there tonight. Coach is so happy with how you've come along. He wants to see you in his office right after you get changed.
For real? Coach wants to see me?
Yep.
All right, I'll head up there in a few.
Hey, good game.
Thanks, man. What's happening, Coach? Hey, I just really appreciate the opportunity and that I was able to make something happen out there. All right. Hey, you give me minutes, I'll make sure I deliver. Thanks, Coach. All right, sir.
Yeah, that's right, youngin'. Hey,
What's
guys,
up?
guys, come
What's
on.
up?
We don't need any of this mess out here.
Come on.
Hey, calm down. What was that all about?
Man, nothing. I'm just doing what I do. This time it just happened to go through him.
Clearly, he's not very happy about it.
So what? Yo, we balling out here. This ain't synchronized swimming. Yo, if he can't hang, maybe he don't need to be here.
Look, what's really going on with you two?
Nothing, man.
Come on, I know there's something going on. There's tension here. I can help you with this. You just got to level with me. What's up?
Yo, man, it just seems like he's had it out for me since day one. Yo, I know I'm a rook, but that don't mean he need to be disrespecting me every chance he gets.
All right, look, this is making a whole lot more sense now. You got it all backwards. He's not picking on you. He's not trying to disrespect you. All the rookies in the league catch a little grief from the vets. It's their way of making you part of the family.
Yeah? I definitely don't feel that, man. Not at all.
Look, I understand that. Look, a little bit of advice. You try to put up with it. It'll make things a whole lot easier both on and off the court. These guys want you to be here, but they also want to see that you're willing to buy into the team concept. Even if it sometimes means doing things you don't want to do.
Put up with it, huh?
Yeah. It's all I'm asking you to do. Ease up a little. Let's get back to work. Here we go, gentlemen.